Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Are you somebody's power of example? A good power of example? Are you walking the walk and talking the talk and you deserve all the credit for it, all the integrity, all the high five atta-girls? Or are you somebody's power of example of how not to eat? Are you Yeah, I've seen those stress diets where, you have a quarter of a cup of this and a half a cup of this, and then at lunch you have a salad with 1 teaspoon of this, and then you get to dinner and it's a sleeve of Oreo cookies, a pint of Haagen-Dazs, and then, just because that isn't enough, a microwave popcorn in bed, right? So you can be a power of example in a good way or a not so good way. Which way is it that you'd like to be? Which way? Which way would make you feel absolutely so happy to have somebody say, "You really know how to do this, don't you? Wow. Can I learn at your knee about how to eat properly, eat healthily, eat wholesome foods, track, maybe even lose weight, feel better, have more energy, and keep all those nasty markers of coming diseases from the standard American diet at bay." Isn't that a mighty power of example? And if nobody in your world notices and you're doing all those things, you know inside that you're doing the best that you can do with what you've got. And I so honor you. I love it when somebody comments below that they have had a little achievement in their life that they never before thought they could ever do. Be it giving up sugar soda, giving up sugar-free soda, giving up something fat-free and taking the plunge into having real olive oil on your salad, chopped up avocados on your eggs or your salad, or half of an avocado with an egg baked into it, drizzled with olive oil, instead of having something usual that made you hungry in an hour or two, gave you a food coma at first. There is a lot to be said about high fat, great carbs from vegetables that will make you feel at your optimum. A little bit of meat, but a lot of healthy fats. Eggs, yes. Raw veggie salads with hard-boiled eggs in them and avocado and olive oil and maybe some shredded cheese that you shredded, not bought shredded cheese, because it's got all kinds of junk and stuff in it. But eating clean, there is absolutely nothing that could ever compare with it. I just got back from my walk and I listened to Bulletproof Dave Asprey interview Robert Ludwig, the always hungry doctor, and who gets nothing but street high fives from me. And just listening to him was absolutely awesome. And trusting, and how he did it. He's a PhD, an MD, a scientist, a researcher. He works in pediatrics at Boston Children's Hospital. He teaches nutrition for the Harvard Department of Health. I mean, this guy is all over the map with the good stuff. And he talked about how he was lucky. He was skinny and athletic growing up. And then in his 30s, his waist expanded. And he learned by trial and error how he wanted to get the weight off and find a food plan that worked, that had a longevity to it, that wasn't just losing weight for vanity. It was losing weight scientifically to get back to where he was, where, how your body adapts. Of course, becoming fat adapted versus glucose adapted. And, it can be as intricate as you want it to be. But you can be the power of example to your coworkers, to your friends, to your significant other, to your kids. You don't want to raise fat kids. Those kids are I feel so bad for them because they didn't ask to have all these issues thrust upon them at a young age because of a parent's poor choice in feeding them. So you owe it to more than yourself, probably. But if you only owe it to yourself, aren't you important enough? So think about this. Become the power of example. Think of who is a power of example in your life and say, what is it that they do? What do they have for the structure, the discipline, the food items that they choose, the food items that they stay away from? What sacrifices have they made with their food, with their lifestyle, that has given them what they have? That joy, that contentment. What is it that they have? Where would I even begin? You can begin with food. And I will tell you, eating the right things makes the contentness, the joy, and the energy come from within. And isn't that what you want as you go the distance with the choices that you make? You do not want a chronic disease like the metabolic syndrome, like prediabetes, like diabetes, like Alzheimer's, heart conditions, just obesity. You don't want these things. You want to go into every year, every decade, burning, becoming fat adapted and adjusting to all of this. And, the Always Hungry, take it out from your library. You don't even have to invest $25, $30. Or watch his podcast where you learn about what this is all about. There is so much to learn out there, and I so want for you what I'm lucky to be learning every day, which is why I vomit all over you every day. So, be the power of example to yourself, and it will show to others. And let them tell you, wow, it is awesome what you do. Teach me. And that's part of our job, is passing it along. Once we know, once you go from being a cucumber to a pickle, no going back. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.